Yes, unfortunately there was one thing that really didn't quite go as we would have liked it to have done, and I've suffered for it ever since.
Okay, so in this video...
Right, we got up at Sequim, and it's relatively easy. We just took this road all the way down around here. It was beautiful, especially when you got through here. Just touching on the edge of...
Bit of drizzle there.
Just, yes, it was wet. Bit of drizzle, it dried up a bit.
I don't think I filmed any of it.
No, we came all the way down. Yeah, so, well, we had to come down through here, and then we picked up the interstate.
It was very wet and horrible.
And then it started raining somewhere along here, and it threw down, completely threw down.
And then
we had to take that junction off there, and we end up in Puyallup. And by the time we got there, we were soaked.
No twirling today. I was sat on the bed, so I can't really twirl in.
And we're tired.
Very tired. Had a long walk today. Anyway,
long walk
that's
today.
Another video. We left the hotel at Sequim, and our next stop was Puyallup, a little place, well, quite a big place, south of Seattle.
First of all, we took a lovely road around Olympic Mountain, or the Olympic National Park,
forests and stuff,
which was absolutely beautiful. But the weather was cold and it was threatening to rain. As we got into Puyallup and we decided to take the interstate, the heavens just opened.
And the rain was coming down, sideways, upwards from the road. It was just, we were soaked really.
Yep, we were absolutely soaked. So we turned up at Kerry and Katie's house.
Like
soaked,
drowned
like
rats.
drowned rats.
So what can we say about Kerry and Katie? How did we meet them?
Well, we met them at their front
We
door.
turned up at Puyallup.
Yes, we met them at their front door.
Right, let's rewind the clock. Back in 2020, we bought our T7s 2 weeks before lockdown. Our new bike's ready to prepare for our big trip.
Yeah, and anyone who knows the story, we got a fantastic deal from Moscow Moto on the luggage.
We got a cracking deal, yeah.
And during lockdown, we were fitting all the things, and I was doing some videos about fitting.
We're doing unpacking and installs videos of the Moscow stuff and our luggage racks and all the rest of it.
Kerry just happened to be searching for Moscow Moto luggage on YouTube and stumbled across our channel.
Poor Kerry, sorry.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Well, she reached out and said, "Oh, you're going on you're doing the big trip." We went, "Oh yeah, in 3 years," thinking, well, are we or aren't we? We had no idea.
We didn't believe it then.
We didn't believe it then. We were just saying, we're going to go. We've got these new bikes. We're going to go. And yeah, at that point, we still didn't believe we'd actually go. So she just reached out on a message. We replied, and that was fine.
Over the years.
Over the next couple of years, we did odd videos here and there, and she'd comment on them, send us a message, and we'd reply, and just started a sort of
an online chit-chat relationship type thing.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't all the time, it was just now and again.
Yeah.
And when it became apparent we were actually going to do the trip, she reached out and said, look, if you're within 500 miles of Seattle, you must contact me if you're in trouble or you need anything, because I either I can come see myself or I know people, and you won't be stuck, you won't be stranded. And we thought, oh, that's really kind, that's really nice. And when we realised how we were coming down into the States, into Washington, we thought we must go and see her. We said, well, can we come and see you? I said, absolutely, come and stay.
And cheekily, I sort of said to you, well, it's round about then that we're going to need to do an oil change.
Yeah, we need a service.
So we sort of contacted Kerry and sort of said, well, can we be really cheeky and can we do an oil and filter change at your house? Have you got a garage? Yes, no problem.
No problem.
Then I found out that actually trying to get hold of the stuff, oil and filters, when you're travelling wasn't that easy.
We were going to do it in Canada and we just couldn't get hold of the stuff in Canada, could we?
No.
The right parts. They just didn't have them for the T7.
No. So said to Kerry, do you think you can get them for us? She said, yeah, no problem, I'll get them. So she got them.
And sorted it out later, but yeah, she just got them and stored them for us till we got there. Really, really kind. So she said, yeah, you must come and stay. So we went along with the intention of staying for 2 nights, didn't we?
Yeah, we doubled that.
Yeah, we doubled that.
Yeah, but we were like best friends right from the day.
Yes,
So easy
so
to get
easy.
on.
And it was Kerry that we'd been in touch with, and we didn't really know much about Katie, our wife, until we arrived. Oh, this is Katie, and again hit it off instantly. Yeah, she plays piano as well, so we had that in common, which was nice.
They got 2 mad terriers.
2 mad terriers. Yeah, we just all 4 of us just clicked, didn't we? It was really, really nice.
Well, 6 of us. You include the dogs as well.
Dogs, yeah. Just warming the oil up in the bikes, because we're doing an oil change. The Royal we're doing an oil and filter change today, and an air filter change. So mini service. Just get the oil warm and loose.
That'll be on the video, won't it?
Oh yeah. Let's see what we have.
Job done. So yeah, we did the oil change, and we sort of said
And the air filter.
And the air filter, yeah. Could we be really cheeky? Can we stay on longer? Yes, no problem.
It was great to go out for a ride with you.
Yeah. So the following day we went up
Kerry
to
took us up Mount
Rainier.
to paradise.
The brilliant road. We went via Ashford, which is most unusual.
Ashford. How have we gone all this way? We're in Ashford.
Yeah.
What's that about? That was quite funny.
Just can't get away from the place, can we? unfortunately there was one thing that really didn't quite go as we would have liked it to have done, and I've suffered for it ever since. I lost my glasses. Hence why from now on you'll see me in sunglasses.
Before we left the UK, I got new glasses and I said I'll just keep my old pair as a spare pair because I can't do without. If something happens to your pair of glasses, you need a spare pair. You can't carry multiple pairs of glasses.
I've got a spare pair.
You need a spare pair. Anyway,
I've got a spare pair.
You insisted you didn't. You found your sunglasses.
Yes.
And you said they'll do. And I said, but you need a spare pair of clear ones. Oh, it'll be fine. So somebody got on the bike, tells me off for trying to remind him of things.
Mothering me, that's what you were trying to say.
So I didn't mother you that day then. What happened? You lost your glasses. Mile and a half down the road you say, oh my God, my glasses. Well, where are they? I left them on the back of the bike. So we retraced our steps.
I still think the tooth fairy took them.
We retraced our steps, all three of us searching the roadside, couldn't find them. Went back and checked in the house. They weren't there. They weren't anywhere leading up to the bike. We set off again, checking the road. And in fact, Kerry's been along since and checked again, walking. And they just vanished into thin air. We expected to find them at least smashed on the side of the road.
You would expect so.
Didn't find them anywhere. So you just drive around in the dark now, don't you? So when it's raining and it's gloomy, you can't see a thing?
Yes, I can.
And we got up the next day, all due to leave. We got all packed up, didn't we? Got our riding gear on. And then I had a bit of a meltdown. I had a bit of a medical issue. Nothing major. Before we left the UK, I tried to be proactive with all my tests and scans and everything else and get them all done. One thing I was due was a smear test a couple of months after we left. And I tried to bring it forward and I couldn't. They wouldn't let me bring it forward. I had a bit of an issue that morning, and if I'd had my smear test in the UK and it had all been fine, I wouldn't have worried. Because I hadn't, and I was due one, and I hadn't had one for a couple of years. When you've had cancer, your mind goes into overdrive, it really does, and it doesn't matter how much you tell yourself it's fine and calm down and it's not going to be anything. There's always that monkey on the other shoulder going, might be. So I was having a bit of a meltdown, and Kerry said, right, let's see if we can get you a smear test, pap test they call it over here. There's a thing called Planned Parenthood in the States. And it's basically a charity.
Yeah, they're a charity-based healthcare system.
Yep, to provide basic healthcare. You don't see consultants or you don't get certain scans and tests done.
And you pay based on your
means. You pay based on your means. So if you're not earning anything, you can turn up and get some basic healthcare and you don't pay. Their mission is not to let anybody go without
basic healthcare.
Basic healthcare, basically,
healthcare.
Because they can't afford it. Because obviously over here, it's private and it's all insurance based, and you have to be able to afford your insurance. So we got in touch with them, and we found a centre in Seattle that I could go just outside Seattle. That Kerry said, "I'll take you up there." So we went up there, and I got my pap test done, my smear test. I've since had the results and everything was fine. It was nothing to worry about, but it was just peace of mind because you're away, you're in another country and things aren't the same, and you can't think, well, I might be going next week if it's not right. And it's everything seems worse when you're not at home. We managed to get squeezed in that day. She still drove me an hour up the road to it, which was so kind, honestly. And
it was means tested.
It was
means
tested.
Out as being free, but you left a donation.
I came out as being free, and I thought, well, I can't do that. I'm a resident. I'm not even a resident here, so I did leave a donation. You can donate at any time you like. Anybody can donate as much or as little as they want. So I did leave a reasonable donation to cover my test.
Is this where we put a link in the bottom?
Oh, we could do, couldn't we?
Yeah. So there's a link in the bottom if anyone should choose to want to leave a donation. So because of that, we stayed on even longer.
So because of that, we stayed another night. While we were off getting tests done and things, you went to the supermarket, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Bought a load of food and you cooked a meal that night. So that was nice. But that meant we got to spend even longer with Kerry and Katie, which was really, really nice.
Yes, unfortunately, though, the morning did come where we had to pack our bags and leave.
It
It really was a tough leaving.
It was
Tough one
getting all
to
emotional now. It was a tough one. And I think they felt it as well.
In a very short space of time, they became very strong friends for life.
They did. Oh, I'm getting all emotional. Silly old me.
Yeah, silly old you.
Silly old me. So yes, Kerry and Katie, thank you so much for everything you did for us.
And just being you.
And just being you and being fantastic people. Yeah, truly. And hopefully we'll see you soon at some point. That would be fantastic if we did see you again.
Indeed.